everybody, it's Christina from Maxim, and today I want to show you the Scrub It yarn. Scrub It is a 100% cotton yarn, similar to maybe a worsted weight cotton yarn that you're used to using like sugar and cream. But the neat thing about Scrub It is it has this great texture to it, so that when you crochet with it or knit or whatever you're doing, the texture ends up being like a terry cloth. So it's a really fun yarn to mix and match with your regular worsted weight cotton yarn. It is a number 4 medium weight yarn. Each ball is 1.5 ounces or 42 grams and contains 76 yards or about 70 meters. The recommended knitting needle size for this is a size 8. And it's a really fun yarn. As you can see here, it comes in a variety of colors. It's going to be great to work with. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Scrub It yarn to create this chrysanthemum hot pad. Also using the sugar and cream lava lamp yarn. That's this variegated color here. And then you'll use the Scrub It yarn for the stripes and for the edging. This pattern is from the book Maxim Kitchen Favorites. This has got 12 different patterns in it, all of which use the Scrub It yarn as well as the worsted weight sugar and cream yarn. And you can see here on my table I've got some samples of the different projects. We've got everything from scrubbers to hot pads to these fun little bath buddies. There's a frog, a duck, a cat, and a pig. So you've got 4 different ones of these, which are really super cute, that you can make out of this book as well. So follow me over to the close-up and I'll show you how to make this chrysanthemum hot pad. So here's a closer look at what our finished hot pad will look like. You can see both of these use the lava lamp yarn. This one uses the blue Scrub It and this one uses the yellow. Today I'll be using the green just to show you yet another color combination that you can do. So now you can see in this close-up how that really, those little fuzzy bits on the Scrub It really make it like a terry cloth kind of texture. So to begin this project, you'll want to start with the lava lamp yarn. That's our variegated worsted weight cotton yarn. And you'll start by chaining 5, just like I've done here, and then we'll join that with a slip stitch to form a ring. So you'll take your hook, go right into that first stitch, grab a loop and pull it through, and then pull that loop through the loop already on your hook. And that gives us a nice little center ring that we can work into. For round 1, you'll start by chaining 3 and then work 11 double crochets in the center of the ring. So you'll yarn over, insert down into the ring, go ahead and drop your loop and pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook at this point. You'll yarn over and pull through 2 of them, then yarn over and pull through the other 2. So that's 1 double crochet. We're also going to count these 3 chains here as a double crochet. So that's 2 total, and we want a total of 12 for round 1. And this will give us a nice beginning to our project. Now you may, as you work around your circle, your stitches may spread themselves out a little too much and you may have a hard time getting all 12 into the center of the ring. Well, this is easily enough fixed. Just grab the last stitch and kind of pull it backwards, and you can kind of shimmy them around that ring just like that. See how I squeezed those together? Because that's only half of the stitches I need. But that gives me a little extra room to work the rest of my stitches. And if you need to do that again, you certainly can. And I think this is my last one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the chain counts as our 12th one. So then we'll just join with a slip stitch to the top of that chain. So again, take your hook, go right into that top chain, grab a loop and pull it through, then pull that through the loop already on your hook, and that closes off your circle nicely. And we'll weave in this tail later. For round 2, you're going to chain 3, double crochet in that same stitch, and then working only in the back loops, we're going to do 2 double crochets per stitch around. So here's my next one here. Normally when we do a stitch, we'll go under both loops like that, but this pattern has instructed us to go only in the back loop. So take your hook, kind of go right down in the middle so that only that one strand of yarn is on your hook instead of those two. So just take your hook, go right into the middle of the stitch, and work your double crochet as usual. And then we'll do another one in the same stitch. And in that way we're increasing in every stitch. So at the end of round 1 we had 12 stitches. Since we're increasing in every stitch, at the end of round 2 we'll have 24 stitches. And you can start to see as I work this, see there's kind of this line here, and that is the unused loops, the front loops of our previous row. And that'll create a nice ridge, and we'll be using that later to put the ruffle on. So for round 2 you're increasing in every stitch, and then in round 3 you'll increase in every other stitch. So if I increased in this one, in the next stitch I'd only do 1 double crochet and then do 2 in the following one, still working only in the back loops. And this pattern will continue up through round 7. You'll keep increasing, but the frequency of the increases will change a little bit every round, so be sure to check your pattern for that. By the end of round 7 you should end up with 84 double crochets, and at that point I'll come back and show you how to move on. So I'm going to finish row 2 and then do rows 3 through 7, and when I'm done with row 7 I'll come back and show you how to continue on with this project. So here's my hot pad after 7 rounds. I've got 84 double crochets in the final round. You can see here this is the right side, and you can see these little ridges left by working only in the back loops. That's an easy way to tell which is the right side. If you flip it over to the back here, you don't see those ridges. So round 8 is where we pull in the scrub it yarn. You can see here it's kind of like an eyelash yarn, but being 100% cotton, it's great for hot pads and dishcloths and such. So I've got that on my hook with a slip knot here, and we're going to join it to any double crochet around the edge, just with a slip stitch. You can go ahead and start working in both loops now again, so I'll go into both loops, grab a loop and pull it through, and then pull that loop through the loop already on my hook, and that way I'm nice and joined to that stitch. Once you've done that, then chain 3, and then we're going to work 4 double crochets in the same stitch. So including the chain 3, it'll be a total of 5, because remember how we count that chain 3 as a double crochet. So there's 4 and 5 all worked into the same stitch there. Then you're going to skip the next stitch, so the next one would be this here, we'll skip that, and then in the next one we'll work a slip stitch. So insert in, grab your loop, pull it through, pull that through the loop already on your hook. Skip the next stitch and work 5 double crochets in the next one. And we'll just repeat this all the way around, kind of give it a nice little scalloped edge to finish it off a little bit. Didn't get it all the way through. There we go. So that's 4, and there's 5. And then you'll skip the next one and slip stitch in the next one. So we'll just repeat that all the way around. When we get back to the beginning, we'll just finish it off with a slip stitch, and then weave in the ends. Then we'll start putting on the ruffles, so I'll come back and show you how to do that just as soon as I finish round 8. So here's what your hot pad will look like after round 8. You can see I've used the scrub it to put the border all the way around now. Now the only thing left to do is the ruffles. So for this, go ahead and get your scrub it back on your hook with a slip knot. We're going to start in the very center, and if you look at here, you see we've talked about these ridges that were raised by not working in the front loops. Well, we're going to work in them now. So go ahead and find the beginning of round 1. These ridges are the top of round 1, and that's what we're going to work into now. So I've got my hook. There's the first stitch of round 1. I'm just going to insert in there, and then I'm going to do a slip stitch to make sure it's nice and secure. There, and now I'm joined to the middle of my hot pad. So in the first stitch, skipping the one I joined in, we'll go on to the next stitch. I'm going to work a single crochet in this front loop. So see how I've got that one strand right there? That's the strand that we didn't work into when we worked only in the back loops. So now I'm going to work a single crochet, a double crochet in the same stitch, and then another single crochet still in the same stitch. So I've got a single, a double, and another single, all worked in the front loop of round 1. The next stitch, I'm just going to do a slip stitch, and then in the next one, I'll do the single, double, single again. So single, double, and single again. And then slip stitch in the following one. And you'll do this the rest of the way around these ridges, and when you get back to the beginning, right here, you can just join it with a slip stitch and then finish off the scrub it and weave in your ends. Now we're going to do the same thing in the top of round 2. So here are the ridges from round 2 that we didn't work into. We'll do the same thing there, except this time we're going to use the lava yarn again. That's this worsted weight yarn that we used for the base of our hot pad. So this stripe would be with the lava. The next one we'll use the scrub it. The next one the lava, scrub it, and lava. So that our finished product will look like this, and it'll have these great stripes. Well guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, you can ask them down in the comments, and in the description you'll find the links to everything you need for this project. Thanks for watching, guys.